Alright, fuckers, I don't have anything creative for today's intro. Let's just get to it. um, so today, luckily, my little fucking iPad stand or whatever, tablet stand, it's a bit dinky. It actually shakes a lot if you touch it. And honestly, I don't know who the fuck came up with this design, but it works. The iPad is off screen over yonder, floating at perfect just below eye level, so I can look at it. And the topic of today's reference drawing, because I'm doing reference drawing now, I can do that now because of the iPad, whatever. And also, one thing with the video, I don't know what the fuck to do about all this empty space, to be honest. And I understand that my drawings look a bit small when I draw, especially with the tiny sketchbook, which is why I zoomed in a bit more for this format. Like for these sketchbooks, the video is a bit more zoomed in. I have no fucking idea what to do about all this space. It's perfect for thumbnail text, which I do my fucking shitty clickbait. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe once my setup improves at one point, and by one point I mean probably years from now. But overall, the topic of today is reference drawing, because again, I'll be drawing things from reference a lot over the next like couple, however days I feel like it, and then I'll try doing it from imagination. I might alternate. I might do reference, imagination, right? But the whole point of this and today's topic is drills. I'm just starting with household items, right? This obviously ties into form intersections, addition and subtraction, so it'll be a good way to work on that. But and to obviously actually apply it apart from just intersecting things. Ooh, delicious. But I'm gonna save that one for later. It tastes pretty good. But what was I gonna say? But yeah, obviously the whole point of this is a huge part of my practice now. It's gonna be like half of my practice essentially, is that I really want to work on improving my visual library. I don't think it's just going to be drills. I might do a couple days of drawing drills, a couple days of drawing them from imagination, and then I'll probably move on to a different subject. I'll probably do 2 subjects per block of drawing from reference plus imagination, like that this sort of shit. But yeah, I'm excited. It's different, and the whole point is I have for the drills. I found a really good reference on Pinterest, which has a whole bunch of the drills, right? A bunch of different designs for the drills too, and they all exist, which is nice because it makes me maybe not so easily, but it makes me at the very least see that there's different design languages going on, right? Which helps with kind of intuiting it, because I'm gonna try drawing all of them, or like decent, not all of them. There's like fucking 20, maybe like something like decent amount. I'll try as many as I can, but that's the thing. Draw the fucking household object, whatever. And the main thing is when I draw it, I need to do 2 things. When I draw it, I need to already rotate it in space while drawing it. This is very difficult. Sori Kim, a really good artist, and also has her fundamentals down. She has that sort of line art that is similar to the other artists I look up to. But Sori Kim talks about how it's good practice to do that. Like really try doing that. It is very difficult, and you're gonna see all fuck ups, because they're all going to be fuck ups. But yeah, the first thing is to draw even while I'm looking at it from a different angle, and then I'm going to redraw it again from another angle. So really work on my spatial reasoning, and obviously actually understanding the shapes that I'm looking at. So with that being said, I've already wasted. Is it recording? What the fuck? Is it not recording? How much time has passed? I can't see. I'm blind. Oh, 3 minutes. Okay, that's not bad. I can fucking holders blocking it. But all right, let's start with this one drill. Yeah, okay. So what is this shape? So this shape is a cylinder. And I'm gonna, yeah, I know the pen's a bit fucked. I'm gonna do my best to ensure that I only focus on the shapes. It's a cylinder going a bit outward. It's pretty important. Yeah, like only focus on the major shapes. Right? I'm gonna try to avoid all detail, apart from anything like intersections and all that stuff. Okay, so that. So it's like. This already looks horrible. Yeah, holy shit. It is not that intense. Nor is it that big. But, and then it goes like this. that. This is another of the shape, right? This is basically just another cylinder attached to a rounded cylinder almost, I guess you could call it. It's like that. Yeah, I fucked this up horribly. This should have been longer. But either way, that's a learning lesson, right? And then we got something like this. So we got this is sort of wrapping around like that. And then there's a lot of these actually. Okay, I gotta make sure that this thing, I'm gonna have to shorten this thing up, but then it's like this. It's like slightly bigger, right? So it's like that, and then again wrapping around, I believe. So honestly, for a first attempt, this is pretty okay. Never done this before. Like, it's shit, but you know, it's my shit. I'm proud of my shit. Wait. And then there's another one. This is also like a tiny, like a ridge almost, but I guess we could just, for the sake of this. But these have bumps, so be something like this. That. That, yeah. Yeah, basically slight little ridges protruding. And over here, this is actually a, what is this? I guess you could call this almost like a cylinder, right? Coming outward, or subtracting, sorry. So it's like that, right? I honestly have to be following the perspective to the best of my ability. That's okay. Oh, there's also a ring on this one that goes around like that. Again, like, I know I said I wouldn't be adding details, but these are just, I think they're like, I'm adding detail in the sense that I'm just adding form specific details, if that makes sense, right? Like, what is actually being manipulated on the shape. Okay, now this is an interesting one. Let's see what's happening here. The image is a little bit, like, little bit low resolution, so I may have to improvise. But okay, so it's protruding outward. So what is it protruding? How much is it protruding outward by? Oh no, okay, I see what's happening here. So there's essentially something like this. Let's see. It's gonna be a bit hard to reason, but I think it's like this. And then it's like that. And then it's like this. Like that. Something like that. And then what else is happening? There's something. It's actually, wait, what the fuck is going on here? I think it's actually more like this. Yeah, more like that. And then it goes back like this. And there is something like this that is waiting. I guess you could say it's waiting. It's also tapering inwards, like so. That doesn't look great, but it's all I have to go off of. So yeah, it's like this. It tapers inward, so it's like something like that. And then this is also circling around, but it's because this is, I mean, might as well. There you go. It's like that. I guess we could just, right? I fucked it up a bit, but. And then what's going on? I think there's a button here somewhere. It's hard to tell. Like, this is actually parts that I actually can't see at all. So I might have to make some shit up. So why don't we start making shit up? It's like this. And then I think maybe like that. And it's a ridge of sorts. So it goes in further. Maybe like that. Something like that. Fuck, it's honestly the light is fucking blaring on this specific paper. Actually makes it kind of hard to see. But I'm obviously running out of space too. Fuck. And then I guess we could just make this like that. I think there's a button here as well. But wait. Okay, let's just get this part done first. So what is happening here? This is connected. It's a bit lower. There you go, like that. And then it... Okay. So there's a... It's kind of looking like this. But we have another subtraction happening here. Like that. I guess I'll just have the shadow, so it's kind of easy to see, or easier to understand, hopefully, that there's a subtraction. There's also a little block here that we can't see from this angle. But actually we can see from this angle. What am I saying? It should be something like this. But I guess it's much wider, obviously. So it's coming out like this, and then it's going across. Yeah. But this is just following that subtraction. And it's like a bunch of shit happening here, Jesus. Okay, so what type of shape is this? We could say it is a... Well, actually, I could just do this. It's coming down, and it's going back in. Right, it's like that. It's like that, basically. And then this is where, I guess... Yeah, something like that. It's happening. Yeah, this drill is a lot more complicated. I end up trying to break it down to simple shapes, and then I created something fucking retarded. It's just so hard. It's so hard. I think I need to make it even simpler next time. I that's my tendency. I have a tendency to get caught up in the details. Right. See, because like this comes down here. Wait, what's happening here? It's confusing. Okay. Then we have a like that. That is much longer. It has to be much longer. Okay, and then yeah, It's like that, right? There you go. I guess that's a trigger. That's what you could call it. This, what's supposed to be the fucking trigger. I don't know what the hell it looks like right now. And let's see. Again, I knew this was gonna be very my arm. I knew this was gonna be very difficult, but it's good. I mean, this is good practice at the end of the day. But I'm trying to think. I'm probably gonna definitely simplify the shit out of this for the next one. Okay, and then what am I looking at? Let's try to think out loud. The thing is, you guys can't see the reference, so it's just gonna be a lot of uhs and ums. But whatever, nobody's watching these videos. Let's try to think. So that is that, and then let's just make it simple. But we need to connect this first. Okay, so this is going like that. Like that. Okay, how are we connecting this? What is going on here? I guess it's something like this. That doesn't even make sense, but whatever. And then we just bring it all down. And there you go. This is looking way more fucking sci-fi than anyone needed it to. Okay. This. Seriously. Oh, nice. That's a bevel. And then it's kind of like that. And then it reaches up here. But this is very incorrect. This is so bad. But it's okay. The bad makes the good, you know? Because then, like, what the fuck is this? This becomes like that. And then it kind of levels out over here. Something like that. And then there's a little attachment down here as well. Oh yeah, that's what that is. Okay, and then this attaches like so, like that, and we need the, well, you can't see that, but it comes out like this. Like very much so like that. And this sort of is raised like so. So I probably should have raised this as well, right? What's happening here? There's like some bunch of fucking random shapes going on here, but I'm just gonna do it simple for now. And what is happening here? Some sort of jutting out of sorts. So it's like this. Right? And then it's going back. And then it's standing again. And this is following. It's adding to that. And I guess like so. Obviously this is an interpretation. It's not fucking, this is not, it looks much better. The actual product, of course. And there's like some random shit here. It's like a logo or whatever. I'm just gonna, there you go. That. Oh, and then And there's like a little dot over here. Cool. But I guess we should probably indent this. So. Because that is a bit indented. And then maybe I can just add this. Yeah, indent that as well. This is obviously wrong. This perspective should have been more like this. I don't know why I made it so curved. But hey, overall, not bad. I think this was okay for drawing something so complex. I didn't expect the drill to be that fucking complex. But it's a drill, so I don't know what I expected. But yeah, that's not. I think that's okay. It's a lot of like this shit doesn't make sense at all. Whatever the fuck's happening here, I don't know what the fuck I did there. Maybe I could break it down. Yeah, maybe I could break it down. Well, let me try again. Let me actually try just breaking it down into the most simple shapes possible. Right? And actually, I'm gonna draw it as it is first before I try rotating it again. So this is what the actual reference looks like. Right? And you can see now why it was so hard to rotate it. Again, I'm going to try just breaking it down into the most simple shapes. Which is why I chose a drill, because it technically is just the most simple shapes. I assume this is how your boy, Master Kim Jong-il, rest in peace, did it. And you'll see I missed some things as well in my breakdown, because obviously there's a lot going on here. It's so much easier to draw from reference. There's like some random numbers here. Let me just squiggle that shit on. That's what I missed over here. But yeah. Hold up, actually, let me just take my little spacing effect break, which I haven't been doing much of. But you can already see how much cleaner this is than that. But I think it all started because I fucked this up too. If this was a bit further back, see that already looks a bit better. Yeah. But hey, that's the whole point, you know. It's difficult, therefore it's worth it. Not a bad attempt, honestly. Really not a bad attempt at trying to spatially reason. And the more I do this, I might just stick to the drill. I always overestimate my ability. So the more I do this, I assume the better I will get. Right? Obviously, a lot of the students at ArtWad, Antonio, they all make it look very easy, very easy, right? But that's because they also understand how to break the shape down, which I think is very important. And I also need to start understanding how to break the shape down. I think that's the main thing as well. These are pretty complex shapes, so I'm not going to fault myself for having trouble with it, right? Because like this shit confused the hell out of me. Like I still don't know what the hell I'm looking at here is. It essentially goes like this. That's what I was trying to do here, right? It goes back like that, and then we have something like this, and that's what I was doing here. And I just assumed there was another one on the other side, right? And it sort of tapers down like this. That's what confused me as well. So it tapers down like that. What else? But yeah, and then this thing kind of just also goes down like this, kind of out of sight. I don't know. It was difficult. It was difficult to try to spatially reason. And then there's like some shit here, which I have no idea what the fuck this is. Is it a button? Most likely, but I have no idea what that is. And it's black. What else? Yeah, and then Oh, okay, so this is what's happening here. It's basically this shape coming inwards, and yeah, it's like that. That's what it is. But this shape is very interesting because it's shaping around like this, and then now this is where we have the trigger, I guess, right? It's like that. Yeah. And then this is kind of wrapping around it, like so. And then again, coming back up. This is where I like fucked everything up because it's so hard to think of all the different patterns and shit that's going on. But yeah, and then this thing as well, like I don't even know, like this thing, yeah. Oh, this is supposed to have like some other shit on it as well, like this. Yeah, that was also some supposed to be there. Thing is, a lot of these are black, so it's actually hard to. Oh wait, and I'm supposed to have yeah, this is not supposed to be that curved. This was supposed to be like this, maybe. Yeah, and actually it was probably supposed to have more like that. It's okay, I'm learning. I mean, this is more of what the reference is like. Again, it's not gonna be perfect, but yeah, there's like some shit here. Also, don't know what this is. Is this a ridge? Is it indenting inwards? No fucking idea. Image is low res, so I just kind of gotta go with whatever I have. And then again, that's, you can see like I really didn't know what the hell was going on back at the end because I couldn't understand what I was seeing. Right? You know, maybe I made it too difficult with screws as the main topic lesson today. But that's how you learn, no? When you make things difficult. I mean, I don't think it was so difficult that I was dying, but definitely, obviously, not easy. And then this is kind of like, oh, yeah, this is where this thing is, right? Right around here. Oh, there you go. There's also a button here, which I completely missed. Yeah, like right here. This is the button. Yeah. I know it looks a bit different, but I think hopefully you can get across what I was trying to spatially reason. So there's also this, which I missed. Right? It's like this. Obviously, you can see I'm a lot better at drawing from reference than imagination. No shit, because I haven't drawn from what the fuck? What's going on here? Oh yeah, because I haven't drawn things from imagination. At least, like, this is technically, it's like half. You know, it's imagination, but you're using a reference, right? Okay, I'm gonna stop trying to detail things too much. I'm just trying to get the main thing across, but this I do gotta. So lips down. But yeah, how much time do I have? The fuck has already been half an hour? I'm so confused. Okay, so I'll definitely be doing this reference spatial reasoning shit for a while longer. I probably chose the fucking hardest drill too. I really need to focus on making these simple shapes. Like simple shapes. Even now you can probably tell I'm doing way too much. It needs to be even simpler, and I think I'm starting to understand how to make it simpler. So after I do this, I'm gonna break it down again, but even simpler this time. The whole point is to really only focus. The details can be, honestly, one thing I've learned and one thing I've noticed is that details can be added. You can make the most stupid details, but as long as they're believable, they're fine. Nobody's gonna question them, right? Like Kim Jong Il's drawings, in and of itself, is that it is that, you know, it is him making up a bunch of random bullshit, but it's all believable, you know. And that's what he talks about too, is the fact that you just want to make things believable, and it's a concept art concept either way, right? It's not new to what he says, but it is a reoccurring truth. I fucked that up, but whatever, you guys, that doesn't fucking matter. It is a reoccurring truth from what I can tell, and that you just have to make things look believable, right? So, well, I can state that the goal here now is to make sure that I actually understand shape language, you know? Like, I actually do make a concentrated effort to understand it, because, and by that I mean, whatever I draw from reference now, I need to genuinely break it down into its basic shapes. Otherwise, I'm losing. Like that's I guess what you could consider a failure, and a genuine failure, not a failure that I learned from, is if I don't learn from this, if I don't start breaking these things down into very, very simple shapes, then I'm the one who's not understanding, right? And I need to have that understanding in order to make sure that I can actually retain this information. So, and I think I understand, and I think I have I know how to approach this, which is really to just zoom outwards. Everybody on Reddit always said that shit too, like the artist lounge. God, my fucking girlfriend's affecting me too much with the fucking L's and R's. That's why the artist lounge subreddit, they mention that all the time, like just kind of zoom out. And I think that's good advice, and I think it's definitely applicable to what I'm trying to do right now, which is I'm trying to see the basic shapes. I do think I have the skill level to start creating things out of basic shapes. I definitely think I do. Maybe not a quote unquote perfect skill level, right? This is supposed to be some random gibberish, so I'm just gonna put that shit there, right? Maybe not the most amazing, but this is how you get better, right? Because I'm trying to actually learn. I'm trying to actually think. Unfortunately, I'm not doing much thinking right now because, again, I don't draw from reference, but if you've watched my intro video, which you most likely haven't because nobody fucking watched that shit, but if you did, you'd know that, yeah, I don't draw from reference, but doing the fundamentals has made it so drawing from reference is sort of a quote unquote breeze. There you go. So yeah, you can see, like, honestly, that's why I don't think this is bad, because there's a lot of things going wonky here, but for trying to make this and rotate it, I think I did an okay job. But I also don't think that's the approach right now. I don't have the skill level to accurately rotate those things, right? Not in the way that I'm trying to. So, what do? Well, we again break it down into simple shapes, right? So that's what's happening here. Okay, I see now. The thing is, like, when you actually draw the thing from reference, it's funny enough, it's easy to see what that thing is. But the second you have to do it from imagination, it all goes out the window. Like, literally all goes out the window. And that's probably the point. I know Broken Draw even uploaded a video, bit of a top tier clickbait title, where it was basically like, I drew from imagination for 30 days, and then the thumbnail text was, I got worse, and I'm like, intriguing. Still haven't watched the video, it's my backlog. But I'm assuming he didn't actually get worse in the sense that, like, his art skills got worse, but he probably didn't build, this is just an assumption, maybe he didn't build his visual library as much as he wanted to. I like to read the comments, right? So that seemed to be what they were alluding to, is the fact that perhaps his visual library he felt was lacking. But yeah, and that guy's much more skilled than I am. So, and if he's struggling, you can tell it's a very difficult skill to acquire. And at the same time, I don't know, I feel like, is Antonio a genius? Like, is he just a fucking genius? Because he was able to do this shit within a couple of years, from what I can tell. But I know at this point he's been drawing for 7 years. I understand that, but at the same time, it's like he teaches everything so effortlessly. It just, I don't know. Is he a genius? That's like the inferiority complex, right? Is that guy just fucking a million times better than me? Possibly. It's actually very likely he is a million times better than me. Not just in current ability, but even when he was learning. It's very possible. There's just like some fucking random label shit here. I'm just gonna draw a dick. Really tiny balls because he's on TRT. But let's see. Oh, okay, and then this is where this ellipse was. You see, like you can tell I was trying to get some likeness down, and obviously this is so much larger because I guess I just ended up making it larger because I was trying to make it accurate. And there's still some things that aren't that accurate, but oh, what the fuck? I fucking didn't even realize I made that line. Shit. Oh well. When in doubt, improvise. I know this looks a bit off, but I don't know why it looks like that in the picture, actually. Why is it all jutting out like that? That's weird. I guess it's like that. Right? And then it'll just go in. But yeah, technically, that's the drill I was supposed to draw. And that's what I did preemptively from imagination prior. So now the big step is I'm first going to just create the basic graphic shapes that outline it. And then I'm going to break it down into what those shapes are. And then I'm going to reconstruct it again. And let's see how that goes. But let me just drink some water. In the meantime, I think the video is coming across okay. Whee! Yeah, it looks fine to me. It's not bad. I mean, for a first attempt, I think it's pretty okay. But now this is where the discomfort and the learning experience begins. I'm really excited for this. Like, this is the part where everything looks shit, and then slowly but surely over the course of the year, basically, I'll start to look slightly better. Well, if I can even add 10 things to my visual library by the end of the year, I think that's a win, because over the course of 10 years, that's 100 things I'll have in my visual library. That's not bad, right? And by the time I'm 60, I'll at least have a few hundred things in my visual library, right? So I'd say that's pretty good. I definitely want to. Right now, I'll probably be focusing more. It'll be hard surface and people. Like those two things is probably what I'll be focusing on because I'm doing a lot of the figure stuff and a lot of. I mean, it'll be based on the block. So like for this block, it'll be a lot of hard surface. I'm probably gonna do people in a couple days, right? Or maybe I'll do people next. I don't know. I'm not really too focused on trying to do people yet because the mannequins, portraits, like the figure mannequins, the portrait mannequins, and the hand mannequins are already giving me enough of a really good sense on just the basic shapes for people. So I think adding the details in after is fine. But hard surface is a whole different beast. And I think that is a beast that needs to be not conquered, but slowly but surely chipped away at, right? Okay, so what are... Now I'm just going to ignore the reference. What are the graphic shapes making up this? It's literally just this, right? It's like this. And it's slightly bigger. And we want to make it as simple as possible too. And then, what's going on here? I guess we could simplify this as just this as well, right? It's like that. But with... yeah, I mean, we technically could just simplify this as this, right? And then we got something like... then we got something like this. It's like this. And... let's see. Like that, yeah. And then I guess we could just say it's like that. Again, I'm trying to simplify it. And then we got a cylinder. Like so. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Again, this is my understanding, right? This is how I'm going to conceptualize it, because everybody will have their own way of understanding things. I'm sure Antonio would probably very likely see this in a much more appropriate way in terms of the shapes, right? I'm sure a lot of people would see this in a way much better than what I'm seeing. That's just, like, I'm new to this. It's obviously that's just the way it's going to be, but apart from that, and then we just got like a slightly curved, and then it's like that. It's like that, like that. Basically, that's the drill, is it not? In a very, very simple graphic element, that's the drill. So what does that look like in basic rudimentary shapes, right? I guess, let me obviously try making it a bit more complicated in terms of the angle, but I guess that would be something like this, no? First, it's a cylinder, right? It is actually like this. Well, actually, we might as well just make it simple for the time being. Turn it into the basic shapes and then make it more complex to go forward, right? Then something like this. I'm just following the graphic shape that I made here, because this is how we learn, I believe. At least this is how I believe I can get better at learning, hopefully, right? And then something slightly bigger here. Again, none of this is perfect, right? But I'm just trying to, I guess I should have it facing this way, but, right? And then this is like coming down from here. So what is that happening there? That? The fuck? I guess, and it's just like attached to this. Something like that, I guess. I know it's not perfect. In fact, this might not even make sense. Oh, wait, I fucked up. Oh, shit. Because coming out from this is supposed to be, this. And then that. So it's like this. Was it like that or some shit? Well, this is supposed to be something like this. Ah, shit, fuck. Something like that. And this is, I guess, the sphere over here, right? Coming down like that. Jesus Christ, that looks so bad. That looks so fucking bad. Oh my god. So that was... we all know what happened here. Did not think ahead. Shocked face. What? How could that happen? No way. Oh my god. He didn't think ahead? Holy shit, who would have seen that coming? Oh my god. Oh my... Let's give this guy a little... Oh my god. Oh my god. Nani? Kore wa nan desu ka? Okay. Well, I'm gonna do that again. And this time I'm just gonna... First, let me just do this from this angle. I think that's gonna help. I love how this is just one drill, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll draw 15 to 20, or I'll draw like 10 to 11. No, that's not fucking happening, bro. I'm already starting with just one drill. let's learn one drill. Why don't we? Okay, let's just do this again, but let's just do it in the exact same perspective as this. It's like that. This. Then I still need to work on this, like the fucking ellipse behind the ellipse. You know, when it gets blocked off. It's difficult. Difficult. Okay. And now we can do something like this is the fucking trigger, right? So it's like that. There you go. This goes that way. Coming in here. And we basically got something like this. Right. It's kind of melded into it. And then now, there you go. That, right? I guess we might as well just make the entire thing fucking a little bit curved. Come down that way, goes back like this, then comes down again. Okay, see, that's much better. That's fucking a million times better. Again, I'm not trying to make it so accurate to this basic shape. So yeah, I mean, the perspective's a bit off here compared to here, but that is fucking, at least that makes sense now, right? Like you can see that this is a drill sort of shape relative to this. And now here's the real challenge. I'm gonna try this angle again. And but with these, how much time do I have? Somehow it's already almost been 50 minutes. This is good though. This is actually really good. I can see myself spending a week or two on this. Get ready to just see a million videos titled practicing drills from reference, and then practicing drills from imagination, and then practicing drills from reference, right? So that's good. And then honestly, once you get the basic shapes down, it's actually pretty simple to make up a bunch of random shit on top of it. I'm actually, surprisingly enough, I'm actually pretty decent at making up a bunch of random shit onto shapes. It's just, and the minor details, right? It's just the shape in of itself. That's what I realized, like with the Animorphs manga, I was really obsessed with thinking it should be accurate, right? Like everything needs to be as it is, and some things will be, like military weapons, the clothing they wear, things like that. But a lot of things I realized I want it to be unique in the sense that I want it to feel like a highly polished rough draft, you know, where everything is in brush pen or in the fine liner, right? And it's all obviously fucking top tier skills, blah blah blah, 30, 40 years from now, like very, very good, right? Kim Jong-il, like that level of skill, or whatever my version of that level of skill is, right? The greats, Peter Han, Karl Kaminski, whatever, right? Even like Antonio, like that level of skill, right? But I want it to feel rough and a bit gritty and almost a bit nonsensical. Because at the end of the day, I don't care if a fucking kitchen knife looks kind of weird in the backdrop, or if a table doesn't look, has like some weird fucking design, right? I care more about the emotion of the story, and obviously the designs of the bug fighters and stuff like that. So that's what I've realized. That's what I've been thinking about. Oh, what the fuck? I spat. Disgusting. Nobody saw that. Cut that out. Cut that out. I'm not cutting shit out. It's too much work. Okay, so we rotate this, and ooh, this is a really good spatial reasoning exercise. Okay. Oh, wait. Fuck. Did I fuck something up? I'm trying to draw from the bottom, right? So this is this, then this will have to be this. Right, so it's like this. Okay, so this. Okay, so I'm moving up like that. This is very difficult, actually. I'm not even. I'm like, I hope I finish this. Okay, so it's this. Okay, then it's like. Yeah, right. Okay, there you go. And then this is the bottom. Yeah, I'm just editing it, whatever. Let's make it thicker so it doesn't get shit. Okay, and then this can be. Cool. That's basically the base. Could be a bit better, but I'm working on it. And then we have something like this. It goes up from the back a lot more, right? And then, okay, so this is the fun, difficult part, where we need, so like this, in relation to this, it's going the same way, so yeah, it'd be like that, right? Wait, it'd be like this, and that. So would it be like this? And then coming up this way? What the fuck is going on? Shouldn't it be like, how does that shape get twisted? So like this. That. Guess I could do something like, there you go, like that or some shit, right? Go. So it's, oh no, that's wrong. This is not, that's not right. This was supposed to be the curve. That looks fucking stupid. Okay, you know what? That's already being cut off. So let's note down this shape. Curve misplaced. That's good. Holy shit. Even something as simple as this, rotating it, is very difficult. So I guess let's just say the primary motive. Now that I've done this, let's just say the primary purpose of these reference and imagination drawings is to improve my spatial reasoning with simple shapes, right? It all goes back to the fundamentals. But now this is the first time I've actually had to really rotate more complicated shapes. So that's good practice. That's really good practice. How much time do I have left? What does it say? It says 55. Okay, let's try doing that again. Maybe I can actually still do it. I still want to try it from this angle. So this. And yeah, let's just focus on the bottom half. And let's just try focusing on that. So this is like that. So do I want to do the back or the front? I guess we'll do the back. So it's like that. Right. Like that. One thing I like about Art Watt is that Antonio definitely stresses how difficult it is to rotate things in perspective, right? And that it's okay to struggle, right? I know they all make it look easy, and I know seeing only the best outputs from the students, right? Only the most confident students who know that their works looks at least decent, right? I've done that too. When I submit things in the channels, right? For let's say for like single rounding, right? Where it's just like, let's just say this is the square or the plane. Single rounding is honestly very simple if you spam enough boxes and cylinders, right? Where you're just going across the curve like that, right? So I'm like, that shit's pretty fucking easy to me, to be honest, because of all the spamming I did with the boxes and cylinders. So I would create a shape like this, you know, just from imagination. And then I'd do something like that, and then this, and then I'd bevel it further, and I'd go like this, right? And it starts looking pretty interesting. And then, you know, I'd probably get something lower like that, bring it down like this, go like that, right? And then I'd do a little bevels inside it as well, like this shit. Like, I'm not even thinking about this. It's just very simple, right? But this is obviously looks pretty decent. You know, so obviously I'm only going to be posting this, right? I'm not going to be posting my fucking worst absolute. Like, obviously I still ask for feedback and all that stuff, but when you see people posting their best, it can obviously demotivate you. I'm saying obviously a lot because I'm such a genius. Everything is obvious to me. Why aren't you as smart as I am? But yeah, this is not an example of what I would do. Usually the designs are more interesting, but the point I'm trying to make is, like, the stuff comes easy to me. I was able to make interesting designs from it. Therefore, I was posting it, and that's what people saw. I got some thumbs up, and I was very happy. I even got some fire emojis. But this shit is hard, you know? I'm glad Antonio makes a point to be like, do not worry. Do not fret if you are struggling, because it is hard, and you're supposed to struggle. And I guarantee a week from now, rotating this is gonna be very easy. And once I can get this shape down rotated, it's not gonna be exactly like this, but I guarantee having this basic shape down, I'm gonna be able to create so many interesting drill designs. I guarantee it. But the first step is obviously rotating it. This is such a fucking hard shape to rotate too. But why don't we just think of it as a box first, right? So it's just a fucking box that's like this. And let's just say it's aligned with this as well. That actually makes it easier too. Okay, now that we know it's just a box. Actually, maybe this should be a bit longer. Yeah, so it's just aligned. That, then I can do this, right? No, wait. I should start like this. And then, so like this, and then this, right? and then this. Wait, if it's like that, yeah. There you go. And then we could just there you go. That is more accurate, I believe. Yeah, that's definitely more accurate. But I guess it didn't have to be as wide. And then what comes after this? Which is this, right? Again, just if we think about it that way, let's just. Oh, well, maybe that's curved a bit too incorrectly. But then, yeah, we're just going. That's just literally like this. And there you go. Look at that. Although this should be way back here. And I realize that now. Yeah. And this should be probably closer to here. And I guess just to emphasize that it's a curved. Okay, I obviously don't have much time. Hey, I'm already at an hour and 2 minutes? Can't fucking see. But, okay. Obviously, this is getting cut off. Let me just circle this, or outline this, so we know that this is the shape. That's the thing I'm sort of focusing on right now, is let's just commit to the shape that we've internalized. I tried this, based off of this, and then I took this, and then I distilled it down to this, right? That's what I've done. That's what I commit to. This is actually technically more correct. It definitely is. This was a bit awkward, I know. Some placement is off here. This could look a bit better, right? But I'm actually already at this point, right? Where now it's just a bunch of cylinders stacked up on top of each other. So this is good. The drill relative mannequin. At the end of the day, that's what Antonio Artwad said, right? Everything is just a mannequin. So I guess what I'm coming to realize is the point of these reference practices is to create my specific, particular internalized mannequin for everything that I reference draw. And then once I've internalized it and I can rotate it in space in any which way I want, then I can start adding interesting designs on top of it. That is now the official purpose of these reference and imagination sketchbooking drawings. Hell yeah, that was a nice way to end it off on. It was a good conclusion. I sort of meandered about in obviously a good way to come to this conclusion. And I think also this is a good way to show that you will all see in a few pages that I will create something like this from imagination. Not exactly like this, but because of this internalization and the fact that I'm practicing, I guarantee something like this I'll be able to create multiples of in different versions, right? But this is the ugly part of the learning process of art, where what you want to draw isn't actually what you put down. This looks like shit. This looks like shit. This looks like shit. This is the only thing because I actually drew it from reference, so it looks decent. And even then, it's not super accurate, right? This is kind of wonky, but I'm really happy because I'm now realizing that this is actually a great way for me to learn. You know, draw the reference. Actually, I think this is a really good process for anything I want to draw, right? Draw it from a different angle just to really try to understand the shapes, then draw the actual reference, then break the reference down into simple shapes, then draw the reference in perspective in those simple shapes, and then draw that specific mannequin that you have now decided to be the official mannequin for that reference in every perspective until it is perfectly accurate to the best of your ability, and then start adding details back. I think that is actually an amazing way to go about it, and that's likely what a lot of artists did. This seems like a pretty logical way to go about actually learning things from imagination. At the end of the day, this is what art wide practices and preaches, which is mannequinization through manipulated forms, right? So I'm pretty happy, and let's keep going. Let's see how far I can go with this, right? It's gonna be a struggle, but a good struggle. And let me just turn my iPad off because the shit is just kind of chilling here. Okay, whatever, fuck it, I'll do it after the video ends. But on that note, this was a fucking great session. And on that note, keep drawing and please give me money.